All right. Good morning. Friday, end of the week. I am excited. Heading to the gym. Parking lot. This week has been a week where I focused a lot on a specific metric, and that's really our bottom line metric. It's the number of users or customers we have, the MRR. But yeah, sometimes it is so easy to get caught up in those numbers and get obsessed over it. And ultimately, I think we just want to have control over those numbers. And quite frankly, I think those numbers are quite arbitrary and you can't really control it. Now, the only thing you can really control is what you do to get to that number. And I guess it's easy always to say, well, it's just the way it is. Business is whatever. But ultimately, we can't control those numbers. So what we can do again is control what we do about that number. I have to raise sales up and get sales up. I might be behind on my quarterly goal, which we review every single week. That happens on Monday. But I review multiple times a day. It's such a bad habit. It is such a bad habit. But it does allow me to keep a pulse check on the business constantly. But it's not the best for my mental health. And so, anyways, like I was saying, the only thing you can really control is what you do. So what I'm planning to do these next few weeks is open up my calendar. Open up my calendar to take in as many calls as I can, and do as many demo calls as I can, and try to get that number back up. Again, the only thing I can really do is control what I can do about those numbers, not the uncontrollable, which is the number itself, which ultimately is arbitrary. Now, given it allows me to set a goal, it does allow me to aim for direction. I think that's hugely important too. But what's also important is, for us to realize we have control over the number, over our own actions, which can result in the numbers. And sometimes it's so easy to just accept things for the way it is and not do anything about it, and point your finger to another excuse. So, opening up my calendar, I'm committing to that, and going to hopefully also put out a few other pieces of content. I got I got busy with a online workshop that I was running. It's like, you can think of it as almost a 5-day webinar. So that really knocked out my mornings for an entire week. I also then had a online boot camp as well that also knocked my week out as well, specifically this week. There was a bunch of no-shows, but anyways, the only thing I can do is open up my calendar, book more, and trying to get through more people through the door. Like, if I can take on more volume, that can increase the chances of, or heighten the chances that I'll convert more people. It is pretty, there's really no magic behind it. A lot of times it just is, you got to do more reps, and that's all it is. You got to just get more shit done. So that is what I'm going to implement. And because I check my numbers pretty often, and we do a weekly check-in with the team and always keep a pulse on numbers and our metrics. We review what we call our scorecard every week. It allows us to make changes and implement things a lot quicker if we need to. So I'll give you another example. We've got a lot of new users coming from a different platform, a competing platform, and because of the infrastructure, it's so different. It's really hard to onboard those customers. So we kept a very close eye on that and decided to work on a specific course just for these users to hop on. Now, it was a pretty major undertaking, and it wasn't part of our quarterly plan, and we tried really hard to stick to what our quarterly plan is, our major rocks for the quarter, but sometimes those things have to get adjusted. Really try hard not to adjust those. Why is this guy parked so close on my anyways, yep, that's all I have to really say is sometimes, a lot of times I would say, it's just you got to get down to just do more work, and there is no shortcuts around doing more. It's not about being more efficient. It's none of that. It's really just doing your reps and giving yourself no excuses. It sucks. It really does suck. Now, there are certain things that we can improve always, and we're constantly working on that, but the only thing I can really control in the immediate is getting more shit done. So today is Friday. I'm really excited because it is Friday. Right, the other thing is I gotta push more social content. I kind of fell behind this week on that. So I'm gonna work on more of that this week. There will be a clear call to action. Think because I'm giving away pretty highly valued content, I'm gonna have a call to action. Now, I know there are some people who don't believe in putting a call to action, and some who do believe putting always a call to action to your social content. It's really, at the end of the day, the lesson learned here is there's always somebody who speaks about one strategy and another expert who will always contradict that. And it's like, ultimately, what works for you, trying those things out, what works best for you, what's easiest for you, what's effective for you. I think ultimately what works best for your business in the long run. So I think do that. So yeah, I will continue to pump out some content. I'm going to be filming that today, and I think I might just turn this on and work with you guys here that are actually going to watch this on how I film my social content. I've got a coaching call today, so I work with a leadership coach every week. He's great. We do it over the phone. Never met him in person, but he's been helping me for the last couple of years now. I think coaches are hugely valuable. So yeah, I'm doing that today. Gonna be picking up the kid, taking him to his Japanese class, and one of the things I love doing with that hour and a half is I get alone time with my wife. So typically go have coffee, go walk around at the mall while we wait for him, and it's just really nice at the end of the week to spend some time with her. She works on the weekend. I work on the weekends as well. We don't have really our mornings together, although that might change sometime soon here. Anyways, yeah. See you in a bit.